Hello, you guys. It has been a hot minute since I've recorded a video. And technically, I recorded this footage ages ago. I've just not recorded any voiceovers. My daughter came home from college and early because of the whole COVID thing, and I have been basically sucked into her world. So this layout is actually a layout from having our trip in December. We went to see the San Antonio Zoo. And if I'm honest, I saved these bird pictures specifically for that little toucan bird paper. Um, this collection is an Echo Park. I think it's called Jungle Safari. I've had it quite a while. It's not the first layout I've made out of this collection, but if I'm honest, I haven't a clue when I made the first one. It's been so long. But I knew I had the zoo pictures and I thought I had some papers. And when I pulled it out, I saw that bird paper and I was like, oh, I have to save all those bird pictures to go with this bird paper. So I started with that, if I'm honest, and then I went through the rest of the papers to find things that I thought would look great. And the wood grain just struck me. It is just beautiful. Um, I love it. So I set that as I'm going to make that my base. I decided I wanted that my base, and then I love this blue stripe. It's just so bold. And then of course the green leaf paper just for me it just seemed to match birds. So I've got these bird pictures, and I do. Honestly, I'm pretty certain since my laptop is in the upper left screen there, I've probably got a sketch or something in front of me. But as I mentioned a minute ago, I have this footage was recorded some months ago, and I haven't a clue what I did with the sketch. It is probably on my Pinterest board. I do have a Pinterest board with sketches. I'll try to remember to put a link in there. So I've gone through and I've trimmed the wood paper down. I took the branding strip off. In fact, I'm 99.9% certain there's a sketch to this. Um, Now I'm choosing my little bird paper, and I don't need the whole sheet because, of course, when you see this, when you start seeing it assembled, you'll see why. But I did want a full row of little birds there, and now I'm organizing my strips of pattern paper here. I'm going to mat the photographs on this green. It's just a nice kind of tone on tone green. And I've picked the pictures. There's a big bird. Honestly, and this is a shame. I don't even know the names of these birds except for the flamingos, which everybody knows what a flamingo is. But these were the best bird pictures. I thought I had taken more, and I may even have some more. And I do have another zoo layout. I don't think I recorded any footage though, but I did do like I think two other layouts for this zoo. Um, I put that on a little bit crooked. I did want a skinny little mat, so I'm struggling with getting this picture on here proper. It's a three picture layout, and then I'll have these multiple patterns at the top. Anyway, as I mentioned, they sent my daughter home from college. It was her last semester to do the rest of her classes online. And she actually, as she's graduating, she had planned on opening a nutrition club. She's an Herbalife distributor and decided she wanted to open a nutrition club. And this is the time of her life. If she's going to try something new and different and risky, this is the time to do it. She doesn't have any, she's not married. She has no children, new graduate. Time to do it. So she decided to come on home and open her nutrition club. So a lot of work around that I was helping her with because even as a college graduate, they still don't teach you a lot of practical business things. So I was helping her with, doing some accounting and just lease stuff and all the things. Okay, so here's where I'm taking some more of these patterns, and you'll notice the leaf paper actually had that really pretty stripe on the back side. So I trimmed a tiny bit off there and flipped it over, and I'm going to start adhering these strips down. In a second, I'll realize that I really still want to have a nice, actually a different little separation too, and I'll pull out some washi tape. But for the moment, I'm going to put these pattern paper strips down. I actually really loved how this layout turned out. I'm not going to say it's different for me, but it's not something, I mean, obviously it's not my daughter, which is about 90% of my scrapbook layouts. It's just birds, but I kind of just love this collection. I just thought it was adorable. And it's not like we go to the zoo a lot. I mean, we're grown people without any young children, and it's just not something we do normally. We do have a zoo in Fort Worth that's quite good, um, and we've been there, but this was the San Antonio, as I mentioned. So I'm laying down my stripe here, and then I'm going to put this cute tone on tone, again, a tone on tone um, dot, and then I use the back side of it as its bottom strip. And that was what I love too about this collection is you had a nice front and a nice B side. I mean, they were great patterns, just really good colors too. Okay, so I've got my stripes down there, and I do have to trim this just a hair. And then I'm going to, yeah, both sides. And then I'll lay that back down. I think that's when I decide that it needs some washi tape. But let's see. Looking at that, checking my pictures out here. I kind of like this design where you've got the bigger middle picture and then you have the two smaller pictures. I don't know if you can tell on here yeah, there we go, right there in the middle. So anyways, it's funny because before she came home, I was scrapbooking quite a bit. I've been working from home, and honestly, I think I got, oh, I need to count it, but I'll bet you I had, I don't know, 60, 70 layouts done before she came home. And she came home toward the end of March, and I think I scrapbooked like four. And it's not that she, makes me do anything. There's just so much going on um, that I end up just honestly getting a little tired at the end of the day. I'm just like, okay, I'm worn out now. I don't want to scrapbook. But I need to get back into it. She's got her store open and is doing her thing, and I'm not getting to work from home as much, but my hope and prayer is keep I'll keep getting a scrapbook. Okay, so here's my skinny little washies. They're just solid washies. I couldn't even tell you honestly. Most likely they came out of a stack of some kind. But there's a yellow, a like a turquoise, and then a navy, and all of those colors are found in those little birds. And again, I love those birds. I actually designed this whole layout because of that bird paper. I mean, like I said, I intentionally kept those bird photos out. All right, now I've decided I do like how that looks, and then I decided I'm going to add that turquoise there towards the bottom. Actually, I guess I had all three down there. I had forgotten that. I guess I don't know why I forgot that, but I just kind of layer them, um, creating a bit of a shelf for that little bird toucan paper there. Oh, and if you can hear that, there was an airplane flying by. We do have an airport, a little private airport not too far from us. Okay, and I know I also had some cut aparts toward the beginning of the video here. You might have seen me kind of thumbing through the paper, and there's these great cut apart pages. The back side of the paper is great too, but I did want to use one of these little cut aparts. This one here says "Take a walk on the wild side." If I'm honest, that doesn't really have anything to do with birds because birds typically fly. But hey, I wanted a round one. If I'm honest, I don't remember, but maybe the sketch showed a round element. That being said, I know that's not where that ends up, so if it did, then that's not I don't have it go there at the end of the day. I move it there. And then my little toucan here, and he is just too cute. I just thought he was adorable. And they do end up there. Um, I'm going to call this birds of a feather. I think I was thinking there might be a phrase or something, so I'm going through all my um, thicker phrase ones here, but I end up deciding none of those are going to work. I don't remember now what I was started off with, but and then I thought that big font there might work, but it was way too big. So I end up with this really pretty wood grain uh, thicker. I think it's a thicker. If I'm honest, I don't remember mm, maybe I'll see it in a moment. It's wood grained. I don't know what it is. I don't have the little top on there. That's the word I'll make birds out of. And then I have this thickers there, that one there. The navy letters are going to be of a feather. So I actually really liked how this turned out because it ties that wood grain in with the background, which I just love. And then the navy letters tie into the little navy washi and the colors on the little bird paper there. And I'm not even certain, this is terrible, but again, since it's been so long, I don't know where I don't know if I journal on this thing. I may just put the date because as I mentioned, I do have some other layouts from the zoo. So I think I actually just put the date here. It's not a terribly complicated layout. It's just fun. And I do like the way I was able to use quite a few pattern papers. So I know sometimes I get comments, especially on Facebook groups and that sort of thing that I'll post in, um, where people say they struggle to combine papers. And I guess my biggest tip or pattern papers rather, and my biggest tip on that is to try to use papers from the same collection because designers are typically kind enough to make them all work together no matter what you're using. Obviously, that's not 100% true, but it's pretty true. They want to use the same color families and saturations and that sort of thing. So it usually makes it kind of easy to work with. Now, here's the really sad thing. So I started adding these little banners, and I don't know that I keep these. We'll see in a moment. but I'm covering up all the birds. And I'm like, I'm pretty certain I don't keep all these banners because after I did it, I was like, well, wait a minute. I've covered up all my little cute birds, and that's not the intent. I don't want to cover up all the little birds. So let's see what happens. You and I both will have to see what happens here because, again, I don't remember. And I'm hopeful I don't cover all my birds because they were so cute. um, but again, I think this sketch must have called for a banner down there. This must be okay. So now I've decided no, 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 no. That's not going to work. I don't want to cover up all these little birds because they're too cute. Um, okay, cool. So I end up pulling those banner stickers up underneath that circle element. And I'm trying to alternate the colors and patterns so they look attractive. Okay, that's a little better. I like that better. I'm glad I did that because I didn't want to cover my little birds up there. Okay, so now I'd cut out that circle element and you can ink the edges of it, but in this case I decided to use a pen and create a bit of a little casual border. And now I'm going to put that down there. I believe I popped my toucan bird up there on some foam. Yep, I'm going to pull out some of my little fun foam. Although, again, I've said this before, I don't know if it's technically fun foam. It's just the stuff I got from Wally World. Actually, I need to pick some more up. I'm just realizing. And I do need to run to Wally World today, so I may be picking some up. Um, he's going to go up on that left side over there just to give him a little dimension. And I got to put some under his beak there. There we go. But yeah, I need to get back into scrapbooking. I did do just a little bit. Was it Mother's Day? Maybe Mother's Day. I did like one layout. Maybe it was last Sunday. So this is May 27th as I'm recording this. Um, and I probably will put this up today because it's been, like I said, I was looking at the channel. It's been like a month ago since I put any videos up. Um, and I've actually gotten a couple of new subscribers, so I'm really flattered by that. Oh, wow, I've got 39. Woohoo! That's great. Anyway, so apologies, it's been so long. I'm going to try to be a little more consistent now that my daughter's got herself squared away, and hopefully I don't have to, I don't know, my husband accuses me of letting her suck all my time, but again, it's not her. It's just I get involved and distracted and stop doing the things I normally do. So, but she's doing really good. She did graduate, and we're really proud of that. She doesn't get her ceremony until August, but that's okay. Um, we'll do something fun then. And I got some little leaf stickers there. This sticker sheet was great. You can see I've used quite a bit of it, just quite a bit of it. They were a little bit fun, a little bit I hate to use the word cartoony, but kind of cartoony. Um, And if I'm honest, I think in this zoo stuff here, I had two collections. I don't remember what the other one was. Oh, yes, I do. There's a little bit of Bo Bunny in there. And it was a really old collection too, but I had grouped those together. And then I had them like in a little cellophane bag as a category of zoo or whatever animals. And then I think there was a few, you can barely see it up underneath my glue gun up there. There's like an orange and brown striped paper that doesn't go on this layout, but I think the colors, maybe the backside had something kind of zoo related, so it all kind of goes together. I do, like I said, have some other layouts that I made with this set of things here. All right, so I'm basically creating this little like cluster of leaves to kind of play off of that paper at the top up there, because it has obviously those leaves all in it. And I'm almost done. Not too much left here. I don't do any splatters or anything like that. I don't even think I put enamel dots on this thing, believe it or not. Um, but like I said, it was a fairly simple layout, just a, you know, border strip type deal, little washi tape and some stickers. Um, Not tons of supplies going on here, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really cute. This little bird, he's too cute. I couldn't get over these birds. Like I said, the whole purpose for the layout was that paper. I think that's about it. I'm done, y'all. So thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a good day. Bye.